In the final photograph taken by the group, they are seen smiling, struggling through the waist-deep snow of the Ural Mountains. They were young, athletic, and highly experienced hikers. They had no idea that within 48 hours, they would all be dead, and the manner of their passing would become one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century. Welcome to the Dyatlov Pass, a place where logic fails, and the shadows of the Cold War meet the whispers of ancient legends. What forced 9 people to rip open their tent from the inside and flee into a -30-degree blizzard without their boots? Why were some found with broken bones, but no external bruises? And why did the Soviet government keep the files classified for 60 years? January 1959. Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old radio engineering student, led a group of 8 other students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Their goal, to reach Mount Otorten. In the local Mansi language, Otorten means don't go there. But they were undeterred. Their diaries tell a story of friendship and song. But as they climbed higher, they reached the slopes of Kholat Syakhl, a mountain of the dead. On February 1st, due to worsening weather, they decided to pitch their tent right there on the exposed slope. It was a fatal decision, but not for the reasons you might think. When the group failed to send a telegram by February 12th, a search party was sent. On February 26th, they found the tent. It was half buried in snow, but eerily, it had been slashed open from the inside with a knife. All their belongings, boots, coats, and food were still inside. It was as if they had fled in a state of absolute, blind panic. Footprints led away from the tent toward the forest. Some were barefoot, others wore a single sock. Nearly a mile away, under a large cedar tree, the searchers found the first 2 bodies. They were dressed only in their underwear, their hands burnt from trying to climb the tree. Nearby, 3 more bodies were found, including Igor Dyatlov. They seemed to have died while desperately trying to crawl back to the tent. It wasn't until 2 months later, when the snow began to melt, that the final 4 hikers were found in a nearby ravine. This is where the mystery turns into a nightmare. Unlike the first 5 who died of hypothermia, these 4 had suffered massive internal trauma. One had a fractured skull. 2 others had major chest fractures. The force required to cause such injuries was described by doctors as equal to a high-speed car crash. Yet there were no external soft tissue wounds. It was as if their bones had been crushed by an invisible pressure. Even more disturbing, one hiker was missing her tongue and eyes. And when their clothing was tested, it showed high levels of radioactive contamination. The theories are as numerous as the snowflakes on that mountain. Was it a slab avalanche that struck them while they slept? While the most scientific theory, it doesn't explain why they fled so far, or why the radiation was present. Was it a secret Soviet military test? Some witnesses reported seeing orange spheres in the sky that night. Or was it infrasound? A phenomenon where wind moving over a specific mountain shape creates a low-frequency sound that causes intense physical distress and psychological panic in humans. Could the wind itself have driven them mad? Then there is the Mansi legend of the Mansi, a forest giant that guards the Mountain of the Dead. For decades, the case was closed with the official cause of death listed as a compelling natural force that the hikers were unable to overcome. The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains a haunting reminder of how fragile we are against the unknown. Igor and his friends remain frozen in time, their final moments a puzzle we may never solve. As you drift off to sleep, remember the silence of the Urals, and be thankful for the warmth of your own bed. This is FolkloreFilesX. Good night.